If you like pina coladas, watching Church of Juvy, if you like making love at midnight, watching life lessons. What's going on, folks? Life Lessons with Juvy. I am your host, JuvyThaKid, as always, unless it's your first time. Then I promise to be as gentle as I can. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat at JuvyThaKid, JuvyThaKid. Let's get to the topics. Lloyd from Canada. Topic: what drives you to create? Man, that's a good question. I've actually gotten this question quite a bit lately. What drives me to create? One is there's, I guess, a lot of shit inside of me that I don't want to say that I've like struggled to get out, but I haven't had the proper outlet. In my music, I would talk a lot about like dark stuff, like whether it's like demons or just like a darker universe kind of thing, lack of a better term. And that never really went away in me, you know. I just I learned how to like push it farther back and focus more on like positive things and stuff like that. So for one reason is it's an outlet that I get to get some of that darkness still dwelling inside out. I think Mr. Crane and the Savage are going to be a really great outlet for that, to be honest. Mr. Crane is a very conflicted man. You know, he has a lot of things that he's seen and a lot of things that he's gone through that he hasn't been able to put on anyone else, like talk to anyone else, share the weight of that burden with. You know what I mean? Either way, that's not what we're here to talk about, is Mr. Crane. But yeah, it's a way for me to get, you know, some of the things that are still lingering inside up out of me. Another thing is to kind of change the way people look at certain things in the world. I don't want people to think that just because you look a certain way or you've been through certain things, you can't achieve. You know what I mean? I spent a lot of time as a teenager and even in my like early 20s, just confused and lost, you know, using a lot of drugs to get, you know, I guess some what I thought is stability in life. You know, using alcohol a lot, drinking way too much. So I don't know. For me, it's one of those things like I want to show people, you know, just because you have like a long beard or just because you have like tattoos everywhere, and some people might count you out, or just because you came from a past where, you know, you may have like had a past of abuse, you know. As a child, I didn't grow up in the greatest environments all the time. So I want to show people, like, just because you've been through shit, or just because you used to be addicted to whatever it is. Fuck, you could have been addicted to food or gambling, you know what I mean? Whatever your addiction was, whatever that monkey on your back was, then I want to show people, like, that doesn't dictate who you are now. If as a kid you wanted to be a filmmaker or an actor, but then as a teenager you hid that because you didn't want to be made fun of, you know? That's what I did. I didn't tell anyone I was into comic books or I wanted to be an actor or any of that. I didn't want to be made fun of. A lot of people do that, whether it's stuff with themselves or stuff they like in maybe relationships. I know a lot of guys that were into curvier ladies, but they didn't, you know, they were afraid to get with, you know, those type of girls in high school because they didn't want to be made fun of. For me, I've never cared. My thing was like, if I like you, I like you. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? It's just, I want to show people, like, just because you hid a lot of things, and just because you've been through a lot of things, like in high school or as a kid, you can still like become an adult and fucking achieve those goals. You can still work towards those goals. Am I a filmmaker on the level of like, Zack Snyder or Guillermo del Toro? No, not yet. Who knows if I will be? But at least I'm trying. At least I'm working towards that. I'm doing shit that, like, for a while, I never thought I would do. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. For me, it's an outlet. For me, it's a way to, I guess, I don't know, try to inspire others and show them, You may have been made fun of a lot as a kid or picked on or whatever, but you're an adult now. And you can still achieve that shit. You can still achieve those things that you were afraid to be made fun of. You're an adult now. Embrace them and work towards like what you've always wanted. You know what I mean? I don't know. I want to change the way people look at certain things. I think a lot of people, when they think of, artistic films or whatever, they have a certain idea in mind where it's like, I don't want to say pretentious, but it's a bit, a lot of people will think it's, I don't know how to put it. I just think that a lot of people, if it's not like Oscar worthy or, but like Academy Award winning, then it's like, it's whatever. And I don't think that's true at all, Some of the best things I've seen have been independent films or like short films on YouTube. One of my favorite ones I included, it was the first Saturday Short Shorts. We were talking about the Warriors remake, and I included that trailer. And it's like, man, like that's one of my favorite things I've ever fucking seen. That just looks so cool. So I don't know. I want to change the way people look at things. And I want to inspire people. Yeah. That's what drives me to create. And I want to show my kids too that like if you have a goal and you have a dream in your head, fucking go for it. You don't have to like fucking bite the bullet and, stick to what everyone fucking like tells you in school and some family members, you know what I mean? Like, if you have a dream, fucking go for that shit. If you want to work in video games, if you want to be an artist, whatever it is, just don't fucking give up on that, I want to show my kids that. I want to show other people in the world that. Because I think some people, they give up on their dreams, like, so easily. And it's the creative minds. It's the weird kids. It's the freaks. It's the quiet kids that were sitting in the back of the class, like, drawing. Those are the fucking people that invent things. Those are the people that go on to bring visions and other people's, like, things that they've thought about their whole life onto the screen. You know what I mean? Like, I've always wondered about this whole old gods versus new gods thing. And now American Gods is out. We wouldn't have that without those kind of people. I don't know. I hope I answer that topic or question. Naughty_beats. Naughty. Are we alone in the universe? Personally, I don't think we are. Definitely not in this universe. Coffee. Fuck. No, I definitely don't think we're alone in this universe. Personally, I think I've shared this story on the channel before. I'm not saying it was a alien spaceship or whatever it was. It was a UFO, unidentified flying object. I couldn't identify it. No one else that has seen this type of thing has been able to identify it, as far as I know. But for a while in Barrie, there was these weird lights showing up in the sky. Like, it almost looked like it almost looked like a star at first, but like if you really focused, you could kind of tell it was like almost brighter than the stars. And then at least the first one that I saw, So there's my townhouse complex, and there's like this old age home like on the other side of the fence. And I was cutting through that parking lot when I noticed like the light, and I started watching it, and it started like it went from standing still to moving across the sky at a pretty fast rate, and it almost looked like let's see if I have some. No, of course I don't. Okay, so if you looked at like a ball, just like a stress ball or just like a bouncy ball, and you put like a strip of lights going around the middle like this, like vertically, like that's how it looked. Like the lights were going like around it through like the middle, but you could see it going like up. I don't know. It was weird, and I like watched it go across the sky, and then a couple other people saw it in or saw them like the lights in different parts of Barrie. I believe like one of the videos is on YouTube. The same thing showed up in LA and Germany. So if it's a hoax, they got me. If no one's been able to prove it, I don't know what the fuck I saw. And I remember I saw it that night. I told a bunch of people about it. And even, I think it was a couple nights later, maybe a couple weeks later, I ended up seeing them again when I was out with people, and then they saw them too. So I don't know. I definitely don't think we're alone in the universe. Do I think, like, I don't know. When it comes to the whole, if aliens are on Earth or if they've been here, man, honestly, I don't know about that one. I guess it's also one of those things where it's like if I say they haven't been to Earth, then I'm automatically throwing out that whatever I saw in the sky that night wasn't some sort of other life form. I do believe in other life forms in this universe, though. I just don't know. I think they've been to Earth. I don't think they're here now. Or if they are, I don't think they're on the ground. I think if they're coming from a different planet, they'd probably stay at in the clouds and everything, and probably would have some sort of technology where it's like a cloaking device. At least I would think so. I don't know. So I don't know. I think it's one. I think if they were ever in Earth or came to Earth, they would observe us from like the sky. You know what I mean? I don't know, but there's some shit in the ocean that looks like a goddamn alien. There's some shit, man. The ocean always freaks me out. Like every time I see like certain things from the like, I don't know, the bottom of the ocean, even things that just swim around. I'm like, that's a fucking alien. Like that's not, like that's something different. You know what I mean? I don't know. So yeah, no, we're definitely not alone. We are not alone. This has been Life Lessons with Juvy. I've been your host, JuvyThaKid. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, at JuvyThaKid. JuvyThaKid. All my quiet kids, freaks, and weirdos. For the love of everybody, keep being weird.